What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back again with a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing the Witch Doctor. Finally, it is here like a Warcraft 3 Senjin himself. We are going to be dominating this with the Witch Doctor. I'm so excited to jump into it. So, more Conquest of Azeroth. Hope you guys are excited. Let's jump right in. So, the Witch Doctor is another one of those classes that everyone really wants to see because it's a Warcraft 3 class. Those and the Diablo classes like Witch Hunter or Barbarian are super enticing, I think, for many of us. And let me go ahead and just show you what the Witch Doctor starts with, because they start with one of the most powerful buffs I've seen, at least if it was on retail, right? So first and foremost, we have a troll Witch Doctor, of course, to mimic the Warcraft 3 Witch Doctors, and we've got the ability Voodoo Alchemy. This empowers the target ally, decreasing the cost of their abilities by 5% for 30 minutes, and what's so cool is, look, it makes you drink a potion, or at least the animation for it, but what I can say is that when you use it on another person, they do pull a potion out, so that must be a graphical bug right now. And then for our main ability that we'll be using to fight with, we've got the Voodoo Bolt, dealing 14 to 20 nature damage to an enemy on a 1.36 second cast time, which is pretty nice and thematic. But I do want to see what the animation is. Let's see. Oh, I like that. Nice. Look at that, guys. Voodoo Bolt. I'll take it for sure. So we're going to be leveling this guy, see what abilities we get, see if it matches the class fantasy, and we'll be able to compare it to things like the Necromancer and the Tinker and the Knight of Zoroth, which we've already done. Playlist link, by the way, in the description below if you haven't seen the other classes. Alright guys, let's go ahead and start leveling. We'll be getting things roughly every 3 levels, although I've noticed sometimes it's not exactly that clear cut and simple. And we'll jump into some PvP as well, do some dungeons, and just do the whole 9 yards. Alright guys, this is going to be level 4. Now let's see what our first ability is. Hex of Blood. You apply an evil hex to the target, dealing 7 to 9 shadow damage every second for 9 seconds. Wow. When the hex fades, the target is healed for 37 to 48. This ability invokes the Loa of Hyreek. That's one of the most confusing things I've ever read. So the way that I'm interpreting this is that there's some kind of trade-off, right? Like if you let the dot go the full 9 seconds, it'll heal. So if you put the dot back on before it expires, theoretically they won't be healed at all. Let me go ahead and try that on a boar real quick. I'm just very curious. If it works the way I think it does, as soon as I put this hex on him again, he will not be healed. So Hex of Blood. All right, wait 4 seconds. Hex of Blood. Yep, and he was not healed. Interesting. Very interesting. Like, I just keep seeing crazy shit. Look at him. Don't kill him. Look. Now he has Hex of Death, so he's taking double damage. But let me use it on another guy. So that was a double damage hex. If I do it on this, I saw something way more overpowered. Healing taken reduced by 50%. Dodge reduced to 100. Or by 100. Silence for 5 seconds every 10 seconds. What the fuck? Well, I understand the ability now. That's crazy. Wait, what? Look at this buff. Invocation of Hyreek. Increases your spell crit by 10. Increases shadow damage dealt by 15%. Whenever you invoke Hyreek while this is active, spell damage done is increased by 50% for 5 seconds, and you afflict your target with a random Witch Doctor Hex. Oh my god! That is crazy flavorful. I noticed Witch Doctors actually get the only low-level helmet I've ever seen that actually gives armor. Just given to them at low level. Look, Voodoo Mask.
No. Wow.
I'm OP. Interesting. So my initial ideas that we got abilities every 3 levels is completely wrong, because I just got an ability at level 6, and it's a very interesting one. It looks like the Witch Doctor can also be a healer. Heals a friendly target for 129 to 162. The target also gains the benefits of your current Loa appeasement effect for 5 seconds, which could be like 50% increased spell power, which is exactly what it is. That's very cool. I'm gonna use it on... Oh, it's instant cast. I didn't even realize. Instant cast, 20-second cooldown, big heal. That's really nice. So that's not a castable heal. It's not really adding to me being a healer just yet, but I know we'll get one at some point. Still pretty cool stuff to have so far. Very unique design. Guys, level 7, I just got a brand new ability, and it's crazy. It's called Shadow Bite. It's melee, and I thought I was a pure caster with the Witch Doctor. This does weapon damage plus 9 to 11 and consumes my hexes. Now, it does 8 to 12 shadow damage for every hex consumed in this way, and it invokes the Loa of Bethic, whatever that means. We'll find out. Let me go ahead and use it. I have a hex on my target. I'll consume it. Look at that. That is sick. And now we have the Invocation of Bethic, increasing my movement speed by 5% and dodge by 5%. It says whenever I invoke Bethic, my attack and casting speed is increased by 30%. So far, I have 2 ways to invoke different Loas. The Loa Bethic and the Loa Hyreek. So if I cast my Hex, you can see my invocation changes. And now I'm more about being a caster. But if I Shadow Bite this guy, it goes over to the invocation of Beck, increasing my movement speed and giving me more casting speed. This is very complex when you think about it. Like, I'm not really sure what the most optimal way of using these things are, or is going to be, right? I guess we'll just have to find out. But what I will say is Shadow Bite does really big damage. So that one's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I just want you to know it's impossible. I can heal myself for so much.
Nice, dude.
That's crazy damage. So one thing I've noticed, right, and this should have been obvious to begin with, but we build stacks. The more we invoke, the more we build stacks. So watch. I use it. I'm at 4. Now I have 20% movement speed, 20% dodge chance, and 120% increased casting and attack speed for 5 seconds whenever I invoke. This is very interesting, guys. Obviously, I'm being encouraged to pick an invocation. And Hex of Blood and Shadow Bite are my only ways to do that. So do I just skip using certain invocations? Do I have to decide which one I want to use more? It's weird because Shadow Bite, even though it's melee, is still pretty good for a caster. I mean, I would take crazy casting speed any day of the week, and more movement speed and dodge literally can't hurt. At the same time, spell crit and stuff like that from Hex of Blood is pretty great in the Loa of Hyreek, right? So I don't know, but that's what I like. There's so much to discover. That's what I'm looking for with Conquest of Azeroth. It's just more stuff to discover and not having everything already figured out. Okay, level 10, guys. We did it, and we got a brand new ability, Voodoo Serpent Beam. You channel a Serpent Beam upon a target for 7.5 seconds, roughly. If you targeted an enemy, the spell does damage, but if you target an ally, it heals. Okay, so for example, I have my friend here. I am now healing them kind of like a monk. That's pretty sick, actually, guys. That's really, really cool. It's like the drain life animation plus some poisony stuff around your character, kind of misty, poisony stuff. Let's go ahead and use it on an NPC, an enemy NPC, and see the damage. Very curious right now. All right, let's go. 20, 19, 20, and then Voodoo Bolt. 43 right now. Okay, it's better as a heal, but it has some dual applicability by being damage as well. It has a 23 mana cost, which is kind of high. Oh, but it invokes the Loa of Saratus. The Loa of Saratus increases my nature damage dealt by 10% and healing done by 10%. Whenever I invoke Saratus while this is active, gain 60% increased healing. So in a lot of ways, my different invocations right now could be seen as tank, healing, and DPS. But the tank one can very much be used for DPS as well, it seems, because casting speed is just good. But I can see the dodge being tanky, right? However, Saratus is clearly more of a healing one. Yeah, it does increase her nature damage, and that's pretty good. But healing done and 60% increased healing on the invoke, that's obviously all about being an actual healer. Could be good for PvP if it turns out the heals are kind of ridiculous. I think if I end up getting a shield or something like that, like a power word shield type of thing, that could be nice too. Or just, you know, further ways to be tanky. The more longevity I have, the more something like this will be very annoying in PvP. I'm really intrigued right now. Guys, this class is pretty interesting, but we're gonna have to do some BGs and some dungeons to really get a full feel for it, right?
10 seconds later.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
My main way to heal is a channel. A channel. And then I can insta-heal you for something 220 big as well. That's crazy. Whenever I invoke this, by the way, so in other words, whenever I use Voodoo Serpent Beam, my healing is increased by 150% for 5 seconds.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. Awful.
Take him down. Take him down now. It's up to you, bro.
I got it.
Yes. You could have ruined our
Easy, dude. The best thing is putting a bunch of curses on my opponent, though. And then just, whoa, I just one-shot somebody, dude. It's not even close to fair. It takes a second for some reason to figure it out. But once you do, it's just bonkers OP. You have so much mobility, it's actually absurd. 6 Ways New World changed the genre.
Ew, don't say it like that.
Oh my god, this is messed up. Are you just showing off?
It's just fun.
Level 13, guys, we just got a brand new ability, and this is the one I was looking for. This is the iconic Witch Doctor, or it was actually a part of the Shadow Hunter kit, which was like the leader of the Witch Doctors, so to speak, when you played Warcraft 3. That was like the concept, that was like the way that you looked at it. So Serpent Ward, that is pretty cool. You construct a Serpent Ward at the target location. It will spit fire at nearby enemies attempting to focus attacks on your primary target. Yes, it's the OG Serpent Ward, man. 8-second cooldown, so it looks like you can build it about as fast as you could in Warcraft 3. Look, I just keep summoning them. How long do they last? 25 seconds. So you can have up to 3? You can have 4 for like a split second, right? But 3 is really like the main amount that you can expect to have before one of them goes away. See, as it went away, I got the other one up. If I was a little faster, it could last for 1 second, I think, or half a second. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Point is, 3 is what we're working with, and that's pretty sick. So you can just imagine if they put talents in the game, like having one that like increases the duration of the Serpent Ward. I would love to be like a serpent build, man. A ward build, so to speak. I mean, this is it. What an awesome little animation. Look at them attacking, man. They're so cool. And she's dead. I will take it. Nice. So one thing I've noticed is that I'm definitely a support class in the traditional way, a way that World of Warcraft has typically not always supported. I'm talking about like a shaman that would only ever use totems to buff, or a bard type of class archetype. You know, that's not something you see as often, but I'm getting it here with the Witch Doctor. What I can do is constantly invoke a buff on my target that is incredibly powerful, being a true support class in that regard. Also summoning Serpent Wards, right, to aid my allies and healing them at the same time with pretty incredibly powerful, in fact, heals like Gift of the Loa as well as the Voodoo Serpent Beam. And then I can just shoot out Voodoo Bolts when I can, which isn't the hardest hitting ability in the world, but it is helping, right? And if I want to go hard, in fact, I can go with the Shadow Bite. And remember, I'm applying curses to my enemies that do crazy effects at the same time. Overall, it can kind of do everything. It's a jack of all trades type of class, and it's incredibly fun. Okay, let's see if we can beat this Drew guy. Major advantage over us. 5 levels. I'm going to be summoning the Serpent Ward and applying curses as well. I have 2. That's great. There's 1 curse. He's immune? Oh my god, cleansing aura? Whoa, what a counter! What a counter, oh my god. That's the coolest thing ever! Cleansing aura, immune to curse and disease. 15 seconds, dude. Wow. GG. Alright, level 15, and I just got a really interesting new ability, guys. Reclaim Soul. Okay, so at first glance, this just looks like a resurrect on a 15-minute cooldown, though, okay? Brings a dead player back to life with 2200 health, 1650 mana, but this ability invokes the Loa Bwonsamdi. That is pretty sick. Now, the only way I can see this is as if a player dies and I res them. So, I'm gonna have my friend commit suicide real quick. Hopefully nobody clips that. And I'm going to see what the Loa of Bwonsamdi is. Let's check it out, guys. Okay, so I need you to kill yourself.
What?
I need you to come over here. I'm dead serious. Pull a bunch of Plane Striders and kill yourself.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, now I reclaim your soul very fast, and I get Invocation of Bwonsamdi. Whenever you invoke Bwonsamdi while this is active, I gain 10% reduced damage taken. That's not bad, right? 10% reduced damage taken, and it just straight up reduces all damage I take by 2%. Remember, this stacks 5 times. That's going to be 10% reduced damage taken, and assuming that next part continues to move up as well as I get more stacks, 50% reduced damage taken whenever I invoke Bwonsamdi. Problem being, I only have one way to invoke Bwonsamdi right now, but I can only imagine that this well, will be something I'll be able to do with future abilities, right? Otherwise, it would be completely garbage. If there is a way to stack this up relatively easily, this is a tank one, right? It's totally the better tank one. I mean, why wouldn't you just want to reduce all damage you take by up to 60%? That's always going to be good. However, if it's easy to stack, it could also be a decent way of staying alive in PvP. So I really like that as well. I'm really liking the res type of unique custom abilities. We saw it with the Necro, and now we're seeing it with the Witch Doctor. It's nice that it's not just a res, right? I mean, nobody ever thinks about it, but everyone just reses, right? Your priest, your shaman, your druid, they all know how to bring you back to life. At least the druid has rebirth. But in this game, they do something unique to their class when they resurrect you, and that's pretty sick. Okay, guys, we are in an RFC, and we're going to be healing, because I want to do something a little bit different. Let's heal with the Witch Doctor. It's different. You have not healed with something like this before. The closest you can get to it is a Mistweaver Monk. That's the best I've got for you, right? But I've only got 2 spells, an instant cast spell that puts my Loa Appeasement buff on my person, on my group member, which basically will increase the healing they take by a crazy amount. You can see it right here. Invocation of Saratus. Notice how it lasts 1 minute. If I had any kind of AoE healing, I could pop that on multiple people and they would just like take so much healing, it's not even funny. Being a healer on a Witch Doctor is fairly straightforward though, and that's good. All I have to do is keep casting Voodoo Serpent Beam. That's literally it. As long as I keep up the Voodoo Serpent Beam, I'm good. This actually means I could probably... Well, no, I shouldn't Hex of Blood at all, because I want the Invocation of Saratus so I can heal for more. Our tank right now is a Guardian, and we're in a group with my Stormbringer friend, another Gnome Stormbringer, and a human Witch Hunter. Oh, I could be summoning the Serpent Wards. That's a really good way to help. Nice, I really like that aesthetic. So, okay, at the same time that I'm casting Voodoo Serpent Beam on all of the people in my party, I could be casting the Serpent Wards at the same time, and that's pretty sick. Who knows, that might actually end up being a decent amount of damage. Well, you can kind of see it in Skada. That's not bad. For something that I'm just like summoning on a whim, extra support damage is always good. I would say that's nice. In fact, this is going incredibly fast. All I have to do is occasionally throw up Gift of the Loa too, and I'm good. It's so strong, 267 to 347, rank 2 at level 15. I just like that the healer doesn't just feel like a normal healer. Like most healers, you have your castable, you have your AoE heal, and that's it, right? You just have a reskin, basically, of what the heal looks like. Are you based on water? Are you based on nature of some kind? Or are you based on holy stuff? Well, I'm actually healing, and I'm not healing with any of those 3 things. I'm healing with Voodoo Serpent Magic and the gift of Aloha, in this case being Saratus. That is sick, man. Absolutely sick. All right, so I'm just keeping up the Voodoo Serpent Beam, and we're just dominating. This is probably the fastest run I've done so far of RFC on any of the classes I've played. It's just unique enough to make me enjoy myself. And to think, again, I'm only level 15. All right, Subterranean Cape, that's the boss. Super easy, super fast. Look at that, guys. Massive pull with the Serpent Wards up. And you can see I really don't have much to worry about. If everybody was taking a bunch of damage at once, it would be a little slower. But honestly, when you have a good tank, and the classes are designed, by the way, for this anyway, but I was going to say a good tank that can hold threats, you really don't have that issue. And one thing I like is that it looks like the tanks are actually built to easily hold threat, and therefore they only have to focus on damage mitigation and mechanics, which is what I like to see out of my tank classes. Robe of Evocation, I'll definitely take that if I can. A lot of people are going to be rolling for it. There we go, level 16. All right, we didn't win, it's fine. Point is, look at the healing, plus 56, plus 61, plus 40, 45, massive. Shoot out a 291 like it's nothing, and we just keep up the Voodoo Serpent Beam on anybody that's currently taking damage, and it's just really, really good. I will say, being able to play a custom class that's not designed to be DPS entirely is really, really nice. Designing healers and designing tanks is not necessarily harder than designing a DPS, but I would say it could be harder to make them fun, okay, compared to a DPS, which has a much higher likelihood of being fun to more people. So the fact that I can get on a Witch Doctor, start healing right away with spells as soon as I can get into dungeons, right, and I can start actually enjoying myself and feeling like I'm not just doing a cut and paste of a modern World of Warcraft healer is really, really a good sign. I think we can all agree with that. You know, the fact of the matter is, guys, the tanks, the healers, the DPS, they're all really fun on this game, and that's by itself an incredibly good sign. Conquest of Azeroth is the future of the private server scene. That's how I'm looking at it, right? I think the day of fresh is over. You know, Blizzard recently announced fresh World of Warcraft Classic, and I can't help but feel like nobody really cares. You know, there's going to be people who really want that, but at the same time, I think the majority of the player base has got their fill, so to speak, of that, and people are looking for, you know, new things. That could mean they add new things to Classic, which I think they will with Classic Fresh, but if they really expect everybody to just take a year out of their lives to do the same Classic WoW again, I think they're going to be in for a surprise. I think a lot of people want some changes, and Conquest of Azeroth is a lot of changes, I will admit. Okay, it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's certainly mine. It's what I've always wanted out of a World of Warcraft game, and I can't really wait to see what is it going to look like past level 30, you know? What is max level going to look like? The one thing that I'm not getting right now is, and maybe you guys don't know this, but, you know, these low-level dungeons, these aren't tuned for what we're doing, and the game becomes a hell of a lot more fun once things become a hell of a lot harder. With that being said, max level with the gear that you might end up acquiring, arena, battlegrounds at max, I mean, it's going to be crazy, and people are going to be genuinely looking for a new experience. They're going to be finding it on Conquest of Azeroth, and people are going to be genuinely trying to figure out all of this stuff all over again. And I think that's something a lot of us are searching for right now, right? Is that feeling we had when we first started playing a lot of these games. It's exciting, you're discovering something, and, you know, for some reason it still felt like it was worth your time. You know, New World does that, I think, for a lot of people, but it's really, really nice. And World of Warcraft itself is still doing it for a lot of people, but it's really, really nice to see a better version in many ways come out from people who are passionate about the community, passionate about the game, and just see that, hey, World of Warcraft can still be expanded upon. You can still make it a really fun and unique game. This is just awesome. Look at the animations and everything too, man. It's just great. It's all still Blizzard. It's just kind of weird that it's not, you know? Alright, massive pulls, because we know now. Voodoo Serpent Beam, just got done with my monologue. Really sorry about that one, but you know, sometimes it just has to happen. But yeah, look at this. Absolutely massive pulls. And I'm easily healing it. Easily. And contributing with a little itty bitty bit of DPS, which just makes me so happy, guys. Look at this dude. They just keep jumping, man. They just keep jumping. All right, keeping everybody up. Easy mode. I don't even have gear. Don't even have gear. Don't need gear. Okay? Don't even have my buff, man. It doesn't matter. I am so crazy strong. Who would have thought you could be this excited about playing a healer? My God. There we go. Massive healing on that guy. More massive healing. Look. 318 all the way to full, guys. Another massive pull. Will the Voodoo Serpent Beam be enough? Look, it doesn't matter. They're all dead. And he's full health. And by the way, no mana problems. That's important, you know, to keep in mind. I mean, I'm getting there, but remember, this is a culmination of 2 runs, guys. Look at that. Full health. Into the Voodoo Serpent Beam. He's taking 150% increased healing. It's just absurd. Getting low, Kitey, no biggie. Take a Voodoo Serpent Beam, enjoy your day, and right back to you, Solo Dolo, another Voodoo Serpent Beam for your healing pleasure. I mean, it's so chill, I'm actually forgetting to put the Serpent Ward down, because I'm actually enjoying just healing. Oh, I'm actually out of mana. I'm actually out of mana. It happened. Let's see if it matters. Oh, wait, I have enough for 1 Serpent Beam. Oh, he interrupted me. I got too close to the boss. Oh, yeah, but the boss is dead. Ooh, crystalline cuffs. Oh, and I won them finally. Something for me. I'll take it. Nice. Look, way better than Disciples Bracers. Wow. What an awesome little aesthetic right now. Storm clouds in the sky. Crazy voodoo magic healing. It doesn't get better, guys. It just doesn't get better. Hopefully alpha goes to beta soon, man. But if I'm not greedy with the Serpent Wards, like I keep saying to be, you know, I don't have any mana problems at all. That guy's full health. Oh, God. He got out of range. Oh, God. We're keeping him alive. Nice. He's fine. He's perfectly fine. I'll take it, guys. That's 2 runs in a row. Another robe of evocation. Maybe I'll win this one. Definitely would like to. We'll see. So many people need it. Kitey won this time. Jesus. Okay. There's only 2 of us now that needs it. The 50-50 next time. Okay. Massive pulls. Keeping everybody up. And level 17. There we go. All the way to full health. I love it so much. Gift of the Loa is so good. It's so, so good. There's Basilan. Easy. Oh my God. I hope I get it this time. It's a 50. I got it. Thank God. Thank God. That's so good. Now only this guy never had it. He lost every single time. That's so unlucky. It could have been me. It was a 50-50 from being me. In a different universe, I'm really depressed right now. No issue. It's just so good. I just hex them, and I walk up to them, and I tap one. Well, this one's running from me right now. My God.
Mega kill.
Completely dominated. Level 18, and we just got a really interesting new ability. At first, I didn't understand it, but check it out. Potion Toss. Consume your current ingredients to toss a potion at a creature. This can target enemies or allies. So I was like, okay, where are my ingredients? What do they do? I turn the page, and I see my very first one. Frog Venom. I brew Frog Venom into my vial. The next Potion Toss will either do damage over time to an enemy or heal over time to an ally. So, for example, I can go ahead and click it. Okay, Frog Venom, the buff is up. And then I can target myself as I already am. Potion Toss. And you can see up here, healed for 47 to 51 every 3 seconds. That is pretty good. Now, it has a pretty long cooldown. But as you can see, 54 is pretty nice as a heal over time, and it lasts a really long time. I can only imagine it does pretty decent damage as well. Let's go ahead and test it and see. That is just so OP. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and duel my friend. We're just gonna test, how does the class play, right? Okay, I've hexed him right now. I can Voodoo Bolt. I can also Poison Pod, actually. I'm just gonna keep stacking the debuffs. Look at him. I know it. Look, watch. I'm gonna one-shot this guy. Easy. This is kind of crazy when you really think about it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's not fair.
Bullshit, dude.
It is not fair, I admit. Okay, let's do it again. Alright, we're doing a second one. It's very, very uneven. This is not a skill thing, by the way. It's just a class thing. I'm curious, though. Dude, they're getting destroyed. And I'm not even trying right now. I have so... Look. I have so many heals and stuff. Yeah, it's absurd. Just try to kill me as fast as you can. Yeah, in comparison to what I can do, that's not doing any damage. I mean, it's really cool, though. You know?
Yeah, it looks cool.
It looks cool. It's just not enough damage right now. But, I mean, it's alpha. They'll tune it. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and do the giveaway from the last video. It's 5 legendary random enchants going to 5 different people. So as a result, I'm going to go through these 5 wins very, very fast. I got to roll 5 times, like I said, and you had to let me know what you wanted and your in-game name in order to win. Now, I'm putting this link in, and the video's only been up for 16 hours because we're getting things out fast. So let's see how many comments in 16 hours. 205. That's not too bad. I'll definitely take it. Let's see who wins. An original name, Titanic Mutilate. Just want to say thanks for getting me into Ascension. The Titanic Mutilate would be cool. Name is Oingo de Django. Thank you, man. Let's pick another winner. Okay, Bubby Mercer. Love the video. Thank you for the time and effort. Consecrated Strikes is the legendary enchant. In-game name, Casty. All right, number 3. Okay. Paul I. Lamau. Nice. Even when I'm at work, I thoroughly enjoy your videos. Well, that's good, dude. Especially that you have time to watch me at work. That's always a good job. And also, they want Titanic Mutilate. In-game name, I Can Heals. Yes. A lot of Titanic Mutilates today. Number 4. Okay, Thomas Edwards. Number 4. I prefer to see if you can get a single-minded Fury Heavyweight build to work, as it doesn't specify whether it requires a single 2H or 1H, so they're rather curious. Well, Heavyweight does a percentage of your weapon damage when it procs, so that would inherently be better, right, for a 2H, but we could see. In-game name is Berserk Downs, and they want Consumed by Fire. That's one we had really early on. Okay, last winner. Okay, D Messenger. All ye... Thanks, McD. Send me that double down. I've never tried it. In-game name, Surgeon. Will do, man. Congratulations to all 5 of you. Okay, with this video, I'll be giving out another chest this time, just like my other videos. Another chest on the LR server, Book of Ascension. It's worth some money even if you don't want it on the server. So there you go. If you want to win it, leave a comment in the comment section below. And you don't have to say anything specific this time. All I'm asking is check out my New World video when that comes out. Give it a chance, the game, not me. I know you're not giving me a chance. Give the game a chance, okay? You might like it. You might like what you see. It's a lot like Ascension in the way that it plays. What do you have to lose, right? But okay, guys, that's going to be the end of the Witch Doctor Conquest of Azeroth playthrough, first look, first impressions, the whole 9 yards. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Did you like the Witch Doctor? Did you like the aesthetic, the healing, the tanking capability, the DPS, the Serpent Ward, all of it? Let me know. But like I said, if you enjoyed the video, like it, subscribe, comment. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Mcdoubles out.